Hi, I'm Jackie Van Riller, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the marionette lines that come from the corners of the mouth and turn downwards. So what happens with these is you have this muscle right here called the Depressor Anguli Oculi, and it pulls down the corners of your mouth when it gets tight like this. So emotionally this is about feeling disappointment. Oftentimes as humans we expect other people to make us happy, and we may feel disappointed when other people don't act or react in the way that we do, and that can cause us to have this tension here in our mouth that turns our mouth down like that. So notice when that happens to you. Oftentimes we don't even realize that this is going on, and so notice that if you have these lines, do you do that? Do you kind of expect other people to perform or behave in a certain way? Or do you wait for other people to feel happiness? In other words, are you not really going for what it is that you want to go, your dreams, your ambitions, and your desires? And if that's the case, really notice what is it that you want to do? What makes you happy? What are your desires? And allow yourself to fulfill those and to have them come true. We're going to start with this tool here. And as always, we'll also be using this tool. So this is the Mookaite Jasper massage stone. This is the Magic Wand reflex detector. And we're going to start with this little serrated edge right here. And what I'm going to do is work it downwards on that depressor muscle. So I'm going to hold here, not using any oils. That's because I want to get a little bit of a pull on the skin. What this pull is doing is it is releasing tension in this muscle. It's coming all the way down underneath the jawline. And then other side. Next we're going to take that same angle and we're going to work this way. So working up. Giving yourself a lift there. And then we're going to move up and work these muscles as well. So this nasolabial fold, the smile lines, because we want to lift this whole thing up. So again, using that same serrated edge, I call this move the filler buster, because a lot of times people will get fillers in this area to boost this up, but you can do this without fillers this way. So I'm using a good amount of pressure there to just kind of pull up on that cheekbone. Shouldn't hurt though, it should just feel like you're getting a good little stretch on the skin. Now when I say stretch, you're probably cringing and going, oh my gosh, I don't want to stretch out my skin. But what we're stretching out is the fascia. And what happens with fascia is that when you make a certain expression and over and over again, your fascia adheses and helps you to make that expression. So as we tear apart or break apart those fascial adhesions, you're no longer be making that expression so easily. Now you still have to train yourself not to make that expression, but it won't be as prominent on your face. This is probably one of my favorite moves, is just getting in here and working those smile lines. And look at how boosted that is already just from doing that. Then we're going to finish off by taking this curved piece here and coming across. Coming across the other side. Just smoothing out those cheekbones. You can come all the way down here underneath and just smooth all the way across the face. Giving yourself a little lift there. Next we're going to come in with our magic wand and we're going to work some specific spots that are going to increase our happiness and increase our ability to self-nurture. So what happens with these marionette lines is that so many times we're trying to make other people happy or do things for other people and expecting something in return. But what happens is what we really need to do is to nurture ourselves, make ourselves happy. And so we're going to start with the spleen point, which is all about nurturing and self-support. It's a lifting point as well. So it lifts your skin, it lifts your internal organs, and it lifts your mood. So this point's going to be on the left-hand side of your face, in line with the center of the nostril, and directly under the iris of the eye. If you're not exactly sure where it is, you can just cover a larger area. going to massage this area for about 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. Just see if that feels tense or tender or zingy. It does not matter which direction you're moving the tool in, so if you like the other direction better, you can do that. We don't want to overwork any spot, because if we overwork it, we're going to just undo the good releasing that we're doing of the nervous system. Next, we're going to work the other spleen point, which is going to be kind of on the outer part of the brow and about halfway up, so kind of in this area. And you can do little circles, or you can just move back and forth. I like to do little figure eights in here sometimes. You might feel a little area that feels more blippy or zingy, or just like when you go over like a little bump, you're like, ooh, that feels so good. Like I just found mine right here. You can even hold it if it feels good to just hold it. Take a deep breath and then move on. So the next point that we're going to hit is the gallbladder point. So that's going to be on the right hand side, in line with the bottom of the nose. You're going to go directly underneath the iris and then a little bit further. The gallbladder has to do with the emotion of resentment. So sometimes when we're expecting people to do something a certain way and they don't, we start to feel resentful. And we can release that emotion through this gallbladder point. Incidentally, this point will also make your eyes whiter and give you more courage to move towards your dreams and desires. Next, we're going to move the same spot above the kind of the outer brow and halfway between the brow and the forehead. I have a little spot there, which tells me that resentment is one of the emotions I need to work on. If you have spots, moles, zits, anything like that on your face, it just kind of tells you where you hold additional stress in your body. Beautiful hairstyle there. And again, if you find that specific point, you can either just hold it or just kind of work right over it. Next, we just want to work this whole area right here and just work out what I do, the wrinkle eraser trick, is where I take my fingers and I'm going to pull that wrinkle apart and come in here with my detector and just work that whole area. This releases the fascia even more. It helps to release the energy of that point. Here. I'm feeling some good crunchies right in here too. If it feels a little more tender or stuck, you just want to stay there a little bit longer. And then next we're going to work some points on the upper lip. So if you are pregnant, you want to avoid the whole upper lip, but if you're not, you can go ahead and work it safely. We're going to work some pancreas points, which are about enjoying the sweetness of life. So if you think about, a lot of times we crave sugar because we're trying to fill ourselves up or fill our lives with more sweetness. And with these points, it helps to reduce sugar cravings and should encourage that energy of looking for sweetness in other areas of your life. That may be by hanging out with a friend, doing something that you really enjoy, going for a walk, reading a book, being artistic. Let's work on this whole area. And I just like to come over and work above the upper lip and right in this area too, because they're really great points for decreasing inflammation and stress. This point here is all about allowing yourself to go with the flow. All right. And on the other side, again, getting those pancreas points. Allowing yourself to really feel the sweetness of life. And over here for points for inflammation and allowing yourself to go with the flow. And as with any routine that we do, we just want to finish off by working This front part of the ear, this sets the formula in and allows it to work longer in your body. It also returns your body to a state of balance if you've overworked any points or underworked any points. Go up and down the sides of the ears. You can go around the ears if you like. But this point right here is point 0, where the inner ear comes out onto the face, and that's the point that we're really activating here. But this whole area in front of the ear is a great lymphatic drainage passageway. Helps reduce inflammation and drain lymph from your face and neck. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my other videos, and feel free to pass this along to a friend who can use it today. Thank you for watching.